Good evening, everybody. So let us see our lecture schedule first. So according to our schedule, so next week this time, right, will be your test 1. So today is 23, so next week will be 30th. So this time will be your test 1, and test 1 will cover until selection statement. So I will start selection structures today, and then we will wrap it up next lecture on Tuesday, and this will be in your test also. Okay, so there are previous test questions available on the first year experience page, maybe old exam or somewhere, like yes, old exams for 2021. You can look at the our old exam questions for test 1. Okay, so whatever for the potential test question I am discussing in my lecture. I'm not going to spend extra hour to discuss the whole test question. Okay, you should understand all of those. So open it, all of the test questions, previous test question, and see. If you do not understand, then try to understand, read the book, do Google search, or you can get help from your friend or go to the tutoring center. Yes.
Do questions change on each test, like after each semester?
Yes, it should not be 100% same. There should be some common or similar, but not exactly same. Okay. So whatever I'm teaching here, that will be evaluated. That how much you understand and how much you do practice. If you do practice, then it will be good. But if you never practice programming, it will be very bad for you. Okay. So let us start with our resource page. Tonight we will start with selection statement. Okay, selection statement is, as we know, that unless otherwise stated in our program, all of the statements are executed one by one, starting from beginning. It goes from top to bottom, unless otherwise stated. And whenever a method is called, then it jumps to the method body. Some of the methods you will see that are built-in method, library method, that is defined in another section or another program or another application. Our program control will jump over there, but sometimes you do not see your jumping unless you trace your program or debug your program. Yes?
In this example program, did you want us to print out our names or save it under a variable?
No, whenever say print, that means print output should be printed on your console, not in a printer. We will discuss. Okay, so whatever I will our motivation is that, as we know, that all of the statements are executed one by one, only one time, starting from beginning top to down. But sometimes we need to decide whether a statement will be executed or skipped. Okay, sometimes a statement or a group of statements may be executed more than one times. That is a looping control statement, loop statement. We will discuss that after the test 1 next week, after next week. But this week we will discuss control statement, or actually selection statement. There are actually 4 selection statements widely used: if else, if, and switch statement. If statement is executed based on a condition given with the if body. If the condition is true, then the statement related to the if is executes. If the statement is false, if it does not execute. Okay, and if the condition is false, then it just keeps that part. But if we need to execute another group of statement, if the condition is false, then we use if else statement. The false part goes with else statement, and if we have to check multiple conditions, if this then that, if this then that, if this then that, then we use if else if statement. And whatever how many conditions we do have, if all of them fail, then we can use if else if all the way and another else statement. And there is another way, that is a beautiful way, that is called switch statement, that is used for instead of using multiple if else statement, we use switch statements. So tonight, maybe in our next lecture, we will discuss switch statement. That is a little bit complicated. You need to give more focus, but tonight we will discuss if else and if else statements. Okay. So control flow of this program, that as I stated, all of the statements are executed from top to bottom only one time. And if needed, if we jump to, it jumps to another place. For instance, here, if program will start from starting place, and it will, so all the diamonds, you see that this is an algorithm, right? A pseudocode. Sorry, a flowchart. This flowchart says, diamond says it will be a condition check over here. If the condition is true, then it will go over here, the right side. And if the condition is false, then it will go down. Then again, it will another condition check. So if the condition is true, it will go right, and if this is false, then it will go left. So the condition, by means condition, a condition is a Boolean condition. If it gives us only true or false value, nothing else in between. Nothing in between, either true or false. True, nothing but true, and if it is false, then nothing but false. Nothing in between, okay? Actually, in computer system, all computer system are I don't know why it does not show on the left side. I need someone help again. Can you please go down to the yes. If this projector is not working, still I'm not sure. Sorry. So all statements will be Boolean statement. No matter how large or small the statement is, all statement will be Boolean statement. So these are the selection statement we will discuss. So in order to make or form our statements, Boolean statement, we use some logical or relational operator. These are the relational operators that we use to find relation between two operands. So this is the operator less than, greater than sign, right? Everybody is familiar with this, right? So it checks whether the value on the right side is less than the value on the left side, right? So the whichever is greater side, that is larger. So it's greater than is less than, and this is equal sign actually. And previously we knew about only one sign, that is actually assignment operator, and this is actually relational equal operator, double equal. Okay, and this is not operator. This is not true means false, not true means false, right? Not false means true. It works only for Boolean operator. Okay, true or false. It is, and it is not equal. Not equal means 2 not equal 3, right? 2, we know that 2 not equal 3, and if we say 2 equal This is equal 1 plus 1 in decimal number system. Okay, and this is greater than or equal. Look at the sign or not and. Either greater or equal, and this is less or equal sign. So everybody should be familiar with this. Then let us go, for instance, some examples. So 5 is greater than 3. So whenever you find an expression, relational expression like this, ask a question to yourself. Is it true? Ask a question whether it is true. Is 5 greater than 3? Yes. Yes. If it is yes, then it is true, right? So in Boolean system, we do not have yes, no answer. Instead of yes, we use true, and for no, we use false. Okay. So is 6 not equal 6? False, right? So no means false, right? Okay. And on the right side, this will be executed first. So is this part true or false? 4 is less or equal to true. 4 is less or equal to true. Is false, right? Okay, then is true equal to false? No, then this is false. The entire result will be false. So here is C, that means it will be executing the ASCII value of C. In ASCII code, A, smaller case A is 97. So 97, 98, 99. So this will be is 99 not equal to 98. So this is, or character C not equal to character B. So this is true. Okay, and remember when you write pseudocode, then we use this symbol for assignment sign. Okay, and this symbol, and we say here if we say result, we assign num2 is greater than num1. So we will check first this side, is num2 greater than num1? If it is yes, then result will be yes. If it is false, the result will be false. If it is yes, then result will be true. Okay, so and there are other operators, that logical operators. Logical operators work for logical operation. Logic gate. How many of you are familiar with logic gate or logic circuit? AND circuit, or parallel circuit, or series circuit. How many of you are familiar with? Okay. These are the basic component of all electronic devices, circuit, right? So if you take 1300 course, you should know this. Okay, and logical not operator is used for to set true, make true to false or false to true. Okay. So logical operator, for instance, so logical, there are mainly three logical operators: and, or. And means, for instance, if A and B your operand, and then A and B will be true if both is true. A is true and B is true. Okay, then this will be true. And if either is false, either of these false, then result will be completely false. So in order to be true, all should be true. All input should be true for AND operation. And in order to be false, okay, for an OR operation, all needs to be false. For OR operations means either or, we say, right? So either if either A is true or B is true, then result is true. In plain English, we say if you give me $5 or she gives me $5, then I will give you this, right? Then either way, if I get $5, then fine. And if I say if you give me $5 and he gives me $5, then I'm getting $10, right? And so you understand this. So in order to be AND, operation, for an AND operation, all inputs must be true. And for OR operation, either one should be must true, then it's fine. Okay, so for instance, this is a condition, this is a large condition, but whatever the condition is, this total is the condition. You say, in our natural English language, we sometimes say, if I come here, then I will go, or sometimes we skip that then, right? We skip then word in our language write-up, English write-up, right? Sometime, and in programming language, when you write pseudocode, then you have to write then. And if you write actual program code, then most of the modern languages do not require to use then. But older languages like QBasic, I started programming with QBasic about 30 years ago. It's a long time ago. And that time, maybe many of you did not hear QBasic. So QBasic required then. And actually, pseudocode format came mostly from QBasic. So whatever this is, you say whenever you say a Boolean expression or logical expression, whatever it is, its result will be either true or false. Nothing in between. Okay. Can you please teach me also what is the problem?
So you get that.
Okay.
Should bring it on both of them. There you go.
Okay, so I was supposed to all projectors, right?
Yeah, I guess we were before you just said it's at the left.
Okay. Sorry to bother.
No, you're fine.
Thanks so much. Okay. So another thing that you could please give attention to this page. You know, on the very first day, I asked you a question, what is 16 divided by 4 times 4, right? So if you follow this chart, so the precedence of arithmetic, the other operators. So precedence, whichever has a higher precedence, that work first. Whichever has lower precedence, that work later. And if they have some precedence, same precedence, like division and multiplication symbols have same precedence, but they work in the order they come first, from left to right. Okay, so that is called associativity. I should have a slide for associativity. Okay. Okay, so let me do a Google search. Associativity of.
What are the two lines side by side meaning in?
Okay, I'm coming back.
Comparison?
That is two vertical pipes is for logical or can you open this one? You see, some of the operators have associativity from right to left, some of them from left to right. Okay, so please spend some time with this chart. See if something is new for you. You see, some of them are right to left. So which one is right to left? Logical, so the incremental operator and decremental operator, and actually the all unary operators, that operators that take only one operand have precedence right to left. Okay, and also these have precedence from right to left, assignment operator. Yes, and only 4, and this is the trinary operator. Trinary operator, it takes 3 operand. We will discuss this later. So only take 4. Okay, so all unary operators, and then all assignment operators, and this is the trinary operator. or tertiary, what is called, it takes 3, and all other have precedence from left to right. Yes, what is your question?
Where does the parenthesis fall in the precedence?
Parenthesis has the highest precedence. So someone is asking this vertical pipe, right? It is for logical OR operation. Some languages need OR in English, and some languages need to use vertical, two vertical bars. Okay, and this is 2 ampersand, and this is exclamation sign. So then parenthesis has the highest priority, highest precedence. But if there are multiple parentheses, the inner parentheses have the highest precedence, right? Okay. So for this one, so I think if you are given this expression, you see that this is left hand side, total this is left hand side, and this is the total right hand side. So this right hand side and this left hand side will be executed separately, and the final two results from the left side and right side will be compared, and finally the result will be either true or false, nothing else. So no matter how large is our Boolean, this is a Boolean expression that gives either true or false result, that is called a Boolean expression. A Boolean expression gives only either a true or a false result. Okay, and I will come back here. So nested word indentation. Okay, I will come back here, maybe the previous page I will come back here later. So if it works with based on a condition, the condition is given right after if within a parenthesis. If the condition gives us a true result, then this block of statement executes, and if this block has only one statement associated with it, then it is free. In some languages we do not need to use parenthesis curly brace, but some languages need to use curly brace, and some languages like Python does not use curly brace, but it is used in indentation. Okay, that means one tab. So the if statement works based on a condition. The condition is first checked. If the condition is true, result of the condition is true, then it executes the statement body, and if it is false, then it does not execute that block of statement, and it goes out of that block. It is as simple, very simple logic check for if statement. Anyone has any questions so far? Okay, now everybody please give me attention. Close your devices unless you use that for your note keeping. Okay, I will discuss some live program. The rest of the part I will discuss with some live programs, and you will have this program on my Replit account. So just you can keep shortcut note, but you don't need to keep anything in detail. So let me go to my Replit account. If you go to my Replit account and search for keyboard input operation, you see that if I say key, type in keyboard, so I have keyboard input of example 1, CPP in C# and Java. In all 3 languages I do have. Okay, which one you like me to do? Java. Okay, I will go better all 3 languages. Okay, but let me randomly select one. Give me few minutes, I will go all 3 languages, right? So this is the very last fast simple program that will, if we run this program, it will ask me, so this statement, it will ask me please enter your name. If I run this program, let me run this program and see what does it do. I will go other languages. Okay, give me a second please. So if I run this program, so then it is showing me please enter your name. So where is the line number for enter your name? 8, right? So but the previous statements are useless. Are these useless? Like these statements are not, are these executing or not? Are these helpful or are these needed or not?
Yes.
These are needed, right? but these are not showing on my screen. This is my console. It is showing on only the line number 8 because it has a print statement, right? So what is asking me? So it is asking me, please enter your name. This is a prompt. Thus this is giving me a reminder that what do I need to do with this program. So right. So actually my program will start with the line number 10. Then it says string name equal to scan dot next line. So C plus Java people, okay, actually everybody needs to give attention. How the name is next line. Next n is in lowercase and line L is in uppercase. This is a method, okay, or function. How do I know that this is a method? Whenever you see a group of parentheses, then this is a method. For now, remember that way, okay. In 99% case, this is true. Okay. So here, so you see that before I say scan, right? I say string is a variable type, name. Later you will understand about strings. So far maybe I discussed something about string, right? String is a data type. It is a built-in type, not a primitive data type. How many primitive data types are there? 8, right? Byte, int, short, long, float, double, character, boolean. Okay, so this is a built-in data type, not a primitive data type. So here I'm declaring a variable name, and it says scan dot next line. So what is this scan? Scan is a scanner object. So far you do not know maybe what is an object. An object is an entity or something like a variable. Okay. So here for Java people, you need to remember these 2 lines. Just memorize these 2 lines. In order to use this create this scanner object. So this scan object is a scanner object. So in order to use this scanner object, we need to import this line in Java. So that is means this scanner class is defined within this scanner class. That is defined within java.utility package. Okay, in a packet or something. So here we are in the parenthesis, we are using system.in. System is our operating system. In means input device. What are the input device? Keyboard, standard input device, right? So in order to use a keyboard to take our input, we must use this statement. For Java people, just for now memorize this. Your life will be easy. Okay, no question please at this point. And then we are using, see that this we are using scan equal to next line. Next line is used to take an input until you enter keyboard. So okay, until you enter return key or enter key on the keyboard. Okay, the entire line you will take including space. So whatever you type your first, I name you first. I type in name Mokhtar Hussain. So no matter I gave space, so it is actually in 1 line. Okay, so it is actually 1 line. Since I quiz this, it is showing 2 lines. And then whatever I say, this you press enter, then this value Mokhtar Hussain will go under what? Under the name space. We don't need to know where it is going. Okay, just it is going to under name. Okay, so then it comes to next this prompt, right? So then it is asking me enter your age. Okay, so in age we usually say in whole number. For instance, if I say I am 47 years old, so that we need an integer variable, right? Integer age equal to scan dot next int. So first one we use next line for taking any input in a 1 line, and you see the next int is taking an integer number. Okay, so name next int, if I say 47, if I give 2 numbers, like for instance with space, previously it took my name, full name, right, with space, but next int will not take any space. It will take only the first number. Okay, before the space. Without any integer number does not take any decimal point. Okay, so if I now press enter, okay, then it is showing hello. Where is the Mokhtar Hussain is coming from? Name, right? So how did I print this? Concatenation hello, then I push comma, then I get space, then name is coming from whatever name I entered, and then you are, then age, whatever age I input, then years old. That's it. Everyone understand this? Okay, so for Java people, just memorize this code for now. Okay, for instance, and if you want to ask other, for instance, if you want to do a float number, if you want to enter a float number, what is a float number? For instance, usually float number, say how tall are you in feet maybe. So if you want to enter, run this program again, I want to enter with this. I also want to enter my height also. So if I say, okay, remember that if I say enter your name, if I do not enter anything and if I press enter, sorry, if I press enter, then it will take an empty string. That means I did not put my name, okay? Okay, but if I do not press is integer, it will be waiting. I must put an integer value, okay? So unless I put integer, it will not go to the next. Okay, so let us give my age, and then it is asking me how tall are you. So if I say 5.5 feet, for instance, so this is, you see the next float, how I am taking input for float number, next float, and then integer is next int, okay? So there is next double, next boolean, next short, next byte, okay? Do a Google search or look your book, okay, for other type. Okay, so for instance, if I give float, so then and then if I press enter, then it say hello, then it gets an empty space because I did not put my name, right? I put my name empty, so it say hello, you are 47 years old and 5.5 feet tall. That's it. So my program is over here. So people, this is my code, program code. Just go and practice, copy this code in your folder and practice it, okay? Also practice with other type, boolean type, and how to take input boolean type. You can prompt, are you alive or are you awake? Okay, are you a male or are you a female? Are you a student? Are you a, okay? So anyone with Java concept has any problem? Has any question? Okay, so now let us go to so instead of Java, if I say CPP, so now people for C++, okay, this is the code, same program. Actually for C++, we usually use cin to take input. C++ is easy, okay? For instance, this is the input stream, the common thing we need to use, and for the string we use include string operation, and we usually use cin to take an input, but cin cannot be used to take an input for a full name. For instance, if you want to enter your name, full name with any space, okay, then if you say enter your first name, for instance, and then cin name, you see my name is a string type. Modern C++ programming language has the string type, but the older version did not have it, okay? So it is my asking my first name. In case if I give my whole name, I'm sorry, in case I give my whole name, so what it will do, it will take only the first part before the space, okay? Cin, remember that, does not take any space, okay? So then it is, so it is taking, it's saying enter your age, so it is not getting age, okay? So what is the problem is that it is considering that Hussein is my age, but Hussein is not an integer type, right? So it is not getting an integer value. So instead of cin for taking a whole number, but if you run this program again, and if you get only first name without any space, then it is fine. So my first name is Mokhtar and then it's asking my age, right? So then if we might give my age, then it says hello Mokhtar, you are is your old. It's good, right? So but if we want to really use our space, for instance, if we want to input our whole name or address or something, right, that takes space, then we have a method. This is called getLine method. C++ people remember this method name, getLine method. How getLine method is used? It takes C in first argument and the name second argument. So here if I give my full name, it is fine as long as give my name until I press enter, it will take, okay. And now it is getting my age. If I give my age, then it is giving me this message, okay. And if you want to make a float number, then still you can use cin, okay. As long as it does not have a space, then you can use cin, okay, cin, okay. So C++ people is good. People are good. Anyone has a question? Okay, now let us go to with C# problem. This is my problem with C#. Program with C#. Okay. So C# is a little bit easier, but tricky. In the sense, it is easier, but that we do not need to use any import statement. In Java, remember that we use import java.util.scanner class, right? We do not need to use, but we can use directly console.readLine method. We know that we use console.write method to display something on screen, right? So how do we take input? We use console.readLine. If we use read, then it will take only one word without any space, okay. Like cin did have a problem in C++. So remember that we have read method and readLine method. So this is a difference between C++ and Java, is that in the convention is that in Java all methods start with lowercase character, but C# start with an uppercase character. How many of are you taking C# lab? Okay, give focus. Okay, so readLine method is used to take an input a line until you press enter. Okay, it will take space. Okay, so if I run this program, so which line will be executed first? Which line I will put C output from which line? If I run this program, then where this line coming from? Line number? Line number 5, right? This is my line number 5, okay? Then it is asking me to enter my name, Mokhtar. Okay, then if I press enter, then control will go to line number 8. So then it is asking me enter your age. So you see that this is the tricky part for C++ people. For now you have to memorize. There is no other way, shortcut way I can tell you. You have to, so since the readLine method is usually by default takes a string as an input, okay, but we have to convert that string as a number or integer number. So this is why we have to give int.parse. So this is the console dot previously when we enter our name, so that how did we put our name? Enter your name, we put console.readLine, right? So here we put console.readLine and we enclose this within the argument parenthesis of the parse method. Parse method, what it does, it parse or extract or convert the string into an integer number. So I say int dot parse whatever my console dot read line. Okay, And then please give attention over here. So how do we parse it over here? There are alternative ways. So you could say int convert dot to int 32. Okay, then you could do this way. This is another alternative. There is maybe another alternative way. You can do this, but either way you can memorize this, remember this, or remember this. So that in case then you will say hello name, you are this age year old. Okay, so if I say my age over here, you will say hello Mukhtar Hussain, you are 47 years old. Okay, and if I want to enter my height, for instance, then the float numbers, and I have to parse like float dot parse. Do you see this? And because I put this as commented. Okay, so if I run this, then I can give the same. I can give mine. So my name. Okay, let me see if I push empty. Yes, I can push empty. Okay, if I do not put anything, because empty string is nothing. Okay, my age until I press that's good. In C plus Java it waits until I press enter, but in C# it gives us, this compiler at least gives us error message. So if I say 47, and how tall are you? If I say not that 5.4, and then if I say 5.5, which one will take input? First one. Okay, that's good. It takes only one input, so it takes only one input. So this is a limitation actually. Okay, so language to language there are some that's good. Even I did not face this problem yet. That's good, of course. Hello MT. Now, anyone has any questions so far? Okay, get this problem from the URL and copy it as is first in your account. Okay, and then practice it, make some changes, and anyone has any questions so far? Now we will jump into. Huh?
Send it?
No, you don't need to send me.
Oh.
I need to practice. You need to practice. But I'm asking, anyone has any questions so far?
We doing if statements?
Yes, we will go to if statement from here. But anyone has any questions so far? Huh? Link is that okay? Let me tell you again. You know how to open your Google Chrome, right? So on your Google Chrome, you will type in replit, and then replit, then slash, then @ my name, Mukhtar. Then type in, then you will get all of my account, and you see the my REPLs. If you click over here, you will see all of the programs that I discussed previously. Okay, and if you can go through all of these programs, some programs are for 1322, you will not understand. Okay, and then whatever you see, for instance, search your REPL. So if I say KEY, keyboard input, this program is keyboard. Okay, then it will show you whatever programs name, file name I have saved with key word. Then whatever language you need, you can get it. Okay, did you understand? Okay, and I'll give you 3-minute break. I'll give you 3 minutes break. But anyone has any questions so far? Okay, who came late? Your test will be next Thursday this time. As I mentioned that if you miss test 1, you have a still chance that you can make that up by your final, right? But if you miss another test, only one will be make up, right?
Wait, is it by miss or is it by the lowest grade?
Let me finish. then that means if you miss more than one test, only one will be makeup and the other will be 0, right? But if you take all tests, then by default, if your final grade is better than your minimum grade, test 1, test 2 or test 3 grade, then final will replace, final will stay same, but your minimum grade will be, score will be equal to your final. So this is an advantage of taking all tests, right? How many of you want to get that advantage? How many of you want to take that advantage? Okay, that means other people who didn't understand, right? You don't need to take, so better take all tests, then you will have a chance to do. This is the new rule that I personally pushed my team.
That is not choice.
No, that's good question. Test will not be multiple choice question. Like, okay, test will be written. You don't need to bring anything except your pen or pencil, and you bring your ID. Without your KSU ID, your test will not be accepted. Okay, bring your KSU ID. And if you do not have KSU ID yet, so bring your any other kind of ID.
Are we going to do Kahoot on Tuesday for review?
So actually for review, I told that we don't need to, I don't have time to review old question, but there are old exam questions. If you open and if you are attentive in my lecture, then you should understand everything.
No, but the Kahoot, which is that game, I mean,
I'm not reviewing, so is there any review schedule for everyone?
I know there's a Kahoot thing that's loaded on D2L.
Okay, maybe our GA can review or something, or if you need
It's like
something.
it's like a game that, does practice questions and everybody chooses it. Have you ever seen it, heard of it?
No. Do you have any group me or some account near for your for your team? Yeah. So if you have, then maybe you can check some answer from your group me. Network. Okay, so where we are here for if condition, right? So if we will check that, okay, so there are some other screens. Okay, for instance, it is converting the Fahrenheit temperature to Celsius. Maybe we can do it. Okay, this program, maybe we can do it. This program. Okay, so maybe we can convert, right, this program. What is the problem? So write a program that convert user input of Celsius temperature to Fahrenheit. You will be given a temperature Celsius 0 degree and it will show you Fahrenheit 32, right? Display the converted temperature to the user. Okay. Issue a heat warning if temperature is at least 90 degree. You can issue a freezing temperature if is less than 0 or something. Let us try this program. So let me see how many. I want to complete all these slides tonight. So let me see how many slides we do have. At least I want to go until this 42. Okay. Okay, so this is on 42. So maybe I can if I do the last one, then you will understand everything. Okay, so you see one thing that you see that this is a print line or print ln. So you should understand this is a common code. Okay, for Java you will write system.out.println, and C# you will write console.writeLine. Okay, and Java and C++ people will write cout. Okay, so first of all, this is the, so I want to give this from what is the Fahrenheit temperature. Okay, so let me start a program first. Which program I will start with? Okay, Okay, so let me copy this program. Some code I will get some code from here, so it will be easy for me. So I will click replay new account and then C# and then temp conversion example 1 C#.
You spelled conversion wrong.
Okay,
It's supposed to be with an S.
thank you so much. Okay, temperature conversion example 1 with C#. Create my replete account. So actually I need some of the codes. So for instance, I need this part. Okay, so what is this part? Let us see. We have a variable double and then it say what is the temperature, what is the Fahrenheit temperature. Let me copy this code and it's put over here. I'm sorry, it did not come. Copy. What is my program? It's gone. Okay. Okay, so I need a variable double, that is Fahrenheit, and I need, instead of hello world, I need to print. Okay, so what is the Fahrenheit temperature? So I'm copying and pasting so that it becomes easier for me. Okay, so far this will work. So double Fahrenheit temperature. So I want to input a Fahrenheit temperature. Okay, so the next line will be read Fahrenheit, right? How do I read Fahrenheit temperature? What is my read statement for Fahrenheit? Okay, so my Fahrenheit read statement will be float or double. I said double, right? Then double, and then this is double, and then not height. This will be my Fahrenheit, and double dot parse. This is good for my read statement, right? Do you understand? This is my read statement, right? Okay, so actually I already declared double. Okay, so I don't need to re-declare it. So I say Fahrenheit equal to double dot parse console dot read lines. What I will get? I will get my Fahrenheit temperature input. Okay, whatever value I will input, that will go. So if I say hello, it is Fahrenheit maybe I can quickly shortly write Fahrenheit. Okay, so let me run this program, this part. So what is the Fahrenheit temperature? I want to put, okay, so you see the why it is going to next line because I put line. Okay, should put only read. So if I say 32 right now, maybe, so hello, it is 32 degree Fahrenheit. It's working at least, right? Okay, so instead of line over here, let me bring my line over here. So now it is good. If you it will not go to the next line. Okay. So now what is remaining? Next part. If my temperature is greater than 90 degrees, so this is my if condition is coming here. So it is, so if I say this one, so let me give this. Okay, so if Fahrenheit my temperature is greater than 90, so what do I need to do? It will show me it is really hot out there, right? So this is the thing that I need to print. So let me, instead of print line, I need to put this, right? So what is my temperature? So if I temperature is say 100, so then it is really hot out there, right? It is showing my message, right? Now if I give my input less than 90 degree, what will happen? For instance, if I give my input temperature 76 degree, what will happen?
Nothing.
It will be only showing this output but not this output, right? Okay. So then if I do this, then it is showing only it is 76 degree Fahrenheit, but it is not showing this if block, right? Everybody understand so far? So how if statement works? So if statement works if and only if this statement is true. Okay, we can check whether what is the result of this statement. We can check. Actually, if we write this, if we actually print out this, if we print out this, then it will give me either true or false output, okay, based on my input. Okay, so let us see again. So what temperature you want to get?
92.
92. That's good. Is 92 greater than 90 or not?
I think so.
Okay, you are a statistician, right?
Yeah.
You want to be a statistician, right? Okay, so it is showing true, right? See how C++ true is T in uppercase, but Java and C, Java T is in lowercase. Okay, so it is getting true, right? So once it is true, then it will show me this result.
So what if you put 90?
Okay, let us see if it is put 90. Is 90 greater or equal 90? Yes, so still it will showing me true and it is really hot there. How about 89.99? Okay, 89.99. What will happen? So it is not showing. Okay, so you see false, it is showing false, right? This is showing false. This statement is executed, but this statement is not executed. So then we can use else. For instance, if we use else, then we can use, as I mentioned, that if we have multiple statements, then we have to close this within a brace. Okay, so it is not hot out there, right? So if I run this, so what temperature you like me to do? 77, for instance. So it is showing false. So this false is for this one, right? This condition. So later actually we do not need to display this condition result. Okay, actually the condition will be evaluated for here, and we should understand the result of this, either true or false. And say that it is not hot out there. Did you understand so far? Okay, so how many conditions we have checked over here?
3.
How many conditions we have checked over here? Only one. One Boolean condition. This will give me either true or false result, right? Okay, but if we want to check multiple conditions, more than one conditions, okay, then we need to use other if statement or else if statement. Okay, if we use another if statement, that will be separated from this if. So if say with temperature is greater than 60, but remember that if we say temperature is greater than 60, right? So if temperature is 100, still that is greater than 60 and greater than 90, right? But if my temperature is 80, then or in between 60 and 90, then it will come here. So this if will be this if, and this is if is separated from this if, and else goes with this if, the nearest if. So for instance, I'm sorry, if I run this program and let me give a temperature 100 degree, what will happen? 100 degree, what will happen? What do you guess? Okay, it will execute in the first if, and also it will execute in the second if.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the reason is that
Because the 100 is greater.
both correct, right? Okay, so I'm discussing the other intermediate steps that you have here, if and else if statements. Okay, else if statement, we have multiple conditions, separate conditions. Okay, over here. So far you understand which one is working? This one? Okay. But so you understand this, right? For instance, if I want to have multiple, like temperature is like in between 80 and 90. If it is greater than 80, so we can actually, it will not work. So let me copy all of this code. Please try to understand what it will be doing here. So I'm checking if
Wouldn't you use else if, since you're doing multiple?
90, then it is really hot out there. There was my code, right? Okay. There are separate three if statement over here. It will check if my temperature is greater than 90, then it will do this, and if greater than 80 but less than and over here, right? So whatever my expression is, the entire result will give me either true or false. The entire expression with is, no matter how large or small it is, it will give me either true or false result. So if over here, so I am checking every 10 degree Fahrenheit temperature. Okay, so if I run there this program, so what it will do? So for instance, if I give my temperature 75 degrees, so then which block will be executed? 75 degree. This one, right? 75 degree in between 70 and 80, right? Okay, so it is very pleasant weather. What is that called? Else? Oh, sorry, I mistake a curly brace over here. Okay. Okay, so I want to put 75 degree, right? So then it is checking if, okay, this one, right? It is very pleasant. Okay, and it is also checking, it is not hot there, it is also giving me this one, right? Because, okay, the reason, you understand why this is giving me this also this line? Anyone can help me, please? Yes.
Because it's reading the else from the Fahrenheit is less than 70 degrees. So anything that's over 70 is going to read that else statement as well.
Yes, remember that I have some if statements. So the first multiple if statement, when you have multiple if statement, you have to give attention. Okay, please, you need to give close attention, because this if is independent with this if. With these if are independent. Okay, these if statements do not have any else statement with it. Okay, but the last if, this if has a else statement with it. So whenever it is checking for the first one, it is checking, it is not going here, right? This condition is false, it is not going here. This condition is false, it is not going here. Temperature was 75 degree, and this temperature was true, right? This condition is true, right? So it is going over here, and also it is checking this one, this if. So this if is independent to previous if. Okay, so here it is checking whether the temperature is less than 70. So I put what temperature? 75, right? I enter 75, right? 75 is not true here, right? So then it is executing this statement. So people who are taking Java, are you be able to convert this program in Java? Should be, right? What do you need to do? Instead of this line, you need to put system dot. Okay, so this is why I'm going there. Sometimes we use, so you see that there are 3 if statements over here. These are independent and without any else statement, and this if statement has another else statement. So if we connect all of these statements, linked all of these statements together, then we need to use else if. Else if is used to check multiple conditions at a time. So if I say else if, then if we run this program, remember this output, we are getting 75, we are getting this, and also we are getting this. Okay, so see that we are getting this line also in our output. But if I make this else if with, then let me run this program, and if I put 75 again, and then I will get only one output. The reason is what? Anyone know what is the reason? Yes. Now these statements are are linked. Okay, only one block. First it is checking this condition. If it is not true, then it will go here. If it is true, then it will bypass, it will skip all of this statement. Okay, and previously it was not doing that way. Now you understand the difference between having multiple if and if with if else. So please practice this program and give me 1 more minute. How if I want to convert this program into Java, how long I will need? Just 2 minutes. People who are taking Java lab, okay, please convert this program in Java, and people who are taking C++ lab, convert it in C++, okay? And look at my previous programs, okay, that I discussed, my keyboard input program. So if you need it, go to my keyboard input programs, KEY, these programs, to get code, okay, for this conversion, okay? Anyone has any question? And in our next lecture, we will discuss the remaining part of if else and the switch statement, okay? And do not miss the next lecture, okay? You will have some test question from our next lecture. You have a question there?
Yeah. You said we won't need the computers, so we're not going to write a code.
No, you don't need computer. You just write it.
Write it. It's pretty much fairly. I don't know if you see the labs, all the classes.
Labs are here to write program.
Some are all the same grade, but it's dependent on who the teacher is for that.
Little bit variation, that is it. Huh? Which one? Which slide?